How's it going, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. Today, I want to talk about Call of Duty. And yes, I know a lot of people are tired of Call of Duty, but I really wanted to give my first impressions, my opinions. What do I think about when it comes to the new Call of Duty that's coming out this year, Modern Warfare, on October 25th. Now, before I get into that, I do want to talk about my history of Call of Duty and kind of where I stand with the whole franchise. And just kind of a brief history about myself and Call of Duty. Now, I have been playing Call of Duty since I was pretty much a teenager. I kind of grew up on Call of Duty, and so there is kind of a special place in my heart when it for Call of Duty, and I know that sounds kind of weird and bizarre, but I do enjoy playing the campaigns. Even though the multiplayer gets very old very quick for me, there has been a lot of hours that I've logged on playing online with friends, with people. So, I'm going to be honest. I've spent a lot of time on Call of Duty over the years, and this is something. Call of Duty is a franchise that I complain about it every year, and what do? I buy it every year, so I am kind of a part of the problem, you can say. But what can I say? I enjoy Call of Duty. I enjoy getting online and playing with friends and playing other people. Now, I'll be honest. Over time, Call of Duty has gotten very stale for me, especially with Black Ops 4 lacking a single player campaign and adding Blackout, which is the Battle Royale. So you know that they are trying to compete with Fortnite and the whole Battle Royale craze. And it's just something that I'm not into. I don't care about Battle Royale. I don't care about that game type. I know a lot of people do, and that's fine. That's cool. I'm just not into it. Give me a campaign, give me a multiplayer, and I'm completely fine. Now, I have also spoken about what I feel when it comes to the era that Call of Duty takes place in. Now, I've spoken about futuristic, kind of gets old. A lot of games take that formula, the futuristic aspect and stuff like that, and kind of tired of it. Now, World War One and Two, excuse me, that's a era that I'm also tired of because we've seen it been done before over and over, and kind of tired of it, right? You can only do so much when it comes to World War One and Two, and I love that video games have captured that time period because I think it's important to do that. But at the same time, you know, uh, technology and scopes and gadgets and all that, fancy stuff, that all that cool stuff, it's limited when it comes to those eras. So to me, the best era to portray is modern era. And why? Because, like I've said before, someone who's a veteran, I can relate to that era. It's not futuristic. It's not past. It's not future. It's present, and what we have present is enough to have a great, single player multiplayer game. The technology that we have today is enough, and and I think it's fun to utilize that technology that we have today in a modern shooter. Now, with that being said, I did enjoy World War II. I spent a lot of time on Call of Duty World War II, which was the one prior to Black Ops 4, which is out right now. I actually enjoyed that. So I'm kind of contradicting myself because like I said, I'm tired of World War II, but I enjoyed Call of Duty World War II, and I enjoyed it because I thought the campaign was amazing. I thought the multiplayer, the graphics, the HDR, a lot of stuff was done very well. I think the devs did a great job uh, creating that game. Now, would I rather have a modern shooter? Yes, I would. So after World War II, we got Black Ops 4, and I think it took me a long time to kind of get into Black Ops 4 just because it plays completely different than World War II. The first person aspect, the feel of the game, the shooting, everything, it just felt different. And I wasn't really a big fan of Black Ops 4 already going into it because it didn't have a campaign, and I didn't care for Battle Royale, like I just said. But I spent some time in it, and eventually I put it down. So that's kind of where I'm at, with Call of Duty. Like I said, I do pick it up every year, and I complain about it every year, and I eventually put it down. And when you want to talk about, all of the microtransactions bullshit that they pull every year, that's also something that doesn't help promote the game, at least for me. When you're spending $1 on a reticle site that you could earn in the game, I just don't understand that. I don't understand the things that they do when it comes to that. When it comes to the whole microtransactions, it is some of these practices, some of these decisions that are made are fucking ridiculous. And me as a gamer, as a consumer, as someone who plays video games and who's been playing it for many years, I'm tired of microtransactions, especially when you add in the fact that you can't earn some of these things that they are selling you. You just can't. The only way you can access these weapon skins and clothing and all of that shit, you have to spend real money. And let's put microtransactions to the side for a second. When you spend $60 on Call of Duty, you're also, if you're looking for longevity, you also have to keep in mind that you're gonna have to spend $50 more on the season pass, right? The elite or whatever they call it. So that's more money that you're forking over right there. So let's fast forward to Modern Warfare. This is the new Call of Duty that's coming out this year. And after everything that I've just said, all the negative things that I've just said, I'm not gonna lie, I am excited for this year's Call of Duty, and I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why I'm excited is because they're finally using a new engine. Now, this is something that I feel like we've wanted for a long time. I've gotten tired of the same old engine, same old, crap every year after year, and I feel like finally we're getting a fresh new engine, and I think it looks amazing. From the trailer that was showcased a few months back, where in the beginning it said in-game footage. It looks amazing, even though there wasn't a whole lot of gameplay. It was more like a trailer format. There was some scenes where it showed first person, and Infinity Ward came out on Twitter and said that they're gonna do the global reveal of multiplayer on August 1st, which is also a little confusing because if you go on their YouTube, they're already showcasing 2 versus 2, and they've already showcased like 3 versus 3, and I don't think that's the best way to kind of showcase your multiplayer. You got a bunch of YouTubers screaming, and I felt like I was really confused, like what's going on? This is the first time they're showcasing the multiplayer, and you got a bunch of people screaming. You can't even hear the gameplay. You don't know what's going on. It was weird. Now you can go and watch the 2 versus 2 gameplay, and that's kind of where I'm going off of right now. That's kind of what I'm talking about right now. The 2 versus 2 gameplay is going to be a small taste of the online and all of the other stuff they're going to be doing. I'm pretty sure they're going to have their traditional team deathmatch and domination and all that stuff, but I want to talk about the 2 versus 2 because it highlighted a lot of kind of new things that I saw in a Call of Duty game. The graphics are amazing. The running is different. When you're running, you got your weapon kind of aimed up. It just looks more realistic. The weapons sound a lot better. And it just goes back to the whole engine. I'm pretty sure they spent a lot of time working on this engine, and the engine has me excited. The engine is the main reason why I'm kind of excited for this new Call of Duty, because I think it's gonna wow us, and I think it's a change, it's a fresh take that that an old Call of Duty fan as myself, such as myself, um, wants to check out. I want to check this out. I get Call of Duty every year, but I'm not really interested. I'm not really like super excited to get it. I just kind of pick it up, and I use it as a filler between my single player games when I'm bored. And I hope this year is different. I hope this Call of Duty is different. Now we're gonna get campaign, which is great because I play the campaigns. I enjoy the Call of Duty campaigns, and there's also been talks that there's not going to be a season pass, so that's also promising. That's great news. So we're not going to be spending money on the maps that come down the line. So it sounds like finally this year we're gonna get a Call of Duty that is taking the right steps. It sounds promising. It sounds like they're listening to the fan base, and it sounds like they're moving in the right direction, at least to me. And I'm giving you my honest opinion. This is coming from someone who is completely tired of Call of Duty. I'm tired of the same Call of Duty every year. They change up the setting, and they change up a few things, and they slap Call of Duty on it, and they sell you it with all the microtransactions and the season passes and everything. Kind of tired of that, and I feel like this is a new, fresh take on Call of Duty, and this is something that I've wanted for a very long time, because I genuinely do enjoy first person shooters. I enjoy Call of Duty, but I also get tired of Call of Duty, and I put it down fairly quick. Now I could be completely wrong, and this game comes out, and it's the same shit, like year after year. I play it, I get tired of it, and I could be completely wrong, right? But I am crossing my fingers on this one. I hope that this is the Call of Duty that we will be playing and enjoying, and it sounds like they're taking the right steps into in ensuring that this is going to be a great experience and a new experience for fans who've walked away from the series. And yeah, talking about Call of Duty, talking about the new Modern Warfare, you know, there's so many other games that I'd rather be playing. There's so many games that are coming out later this year and also next year. So, you know, at this point, I really am looking for a fun, great multiplayer game that I can kind of sink my time in. And I feel like, as much as I love my single player games, I do enjoy a great multiplayer game, and at least for me, excuse me, I haven't found that at least in the past few years. I do want to jump back on a great multiplayer game, and I really hope this is gonna be a game that I'm gonna spend a lot of time on with friends, and hopefully kind of bring me back to Call of Duty. I know Call of Duty, just the name, you know, is kind of tainted in a lot of people's minds, but I try to keep it real. I try to keep it honest. I'm not gonna sit here and hate Call of Duty every single year. I'm gonna check it out for myself, and I'm gonna give my honest opinions about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you think about Call of Duty? Are you excited for Modern Warfare? Are you a fan of Call of Duty? And it's completely fine if you're not. Does this new Call of Duty kind of pique your interest? Are you interested in this Call of Duty at all? Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.